Welcome everybody to this week's edition of the Edmonds Racing TV show. It's Friday the 13th of November. Of course, joined by Toby and Trent. Welcome, guys.
Morning, Bruce.
Guys, we're going to try something different this week and then get our owners to give us some feedback on which version they like, either the extended sort of 30-minute version we've been doing or the version today where we're going to be a bit quicker, not touch on all the horses, but try and make the show 10 minutes and we'll see what sort of feedback we get from our owners and go from there.
Let's go.
All righty. Well, the revised agenda looks like this. We're going to kick off with our review, the weekend review. Then we're going to touch on our Metro runners, talk through their chances, and then it's that time of the week, best bet for the Metro and the provincial programs. Guys, been a terrific week. 12 runners, 4 winners, all at Metro level. 33% strike rate, unbelievable. Kicked off last weekend, Toby, with Thine is the Power, fresh up.
Yeah, very good, Bruce. She's returned in good order. We highlighted her as our best bet last week, and she delivered with super. Ridden beautifully by Andrew Mallion, and looking forward to some stakes racing now during the summer.
Yeah, I love these mares. Placed beautifully up here through the Queensland Summit. All the breeders watching. Have a look at Thine as a Power and a couple there behind her. Fillies that'll be chasing black type over 3 or 4 nice races over the next month. She's a really, really nice street Bros filly, that. Grand Zoo also won at Doomben on Saturday, Trent.
He was huge. Yeah, not a great deal more to say about it. Up to the mile. Robbie doubted that he would run it. He ran it right out and ran them ragged. So what's to come? And we are flirting with maybe even going a little bit further next start. So very exciting that he finally has put it all together.
Absolutely. Must have some cardio, just rolling along in front and got his breathing right, and he just kept on kicking. Great win. Congratulations to the owners at Grand Zoo. And to Ipswich on Wednesday. Good track, full of people there, of course, on Wednesday with the My Runners crowd in to watch Excel in the Sun on debut, Tobe.
Yeah, she was super dominant. You know, we knew she had ability. I probably was a little bit sheepish in saying she could win when I really wanted to see her do it on the track, which is it's all fine in track work and trials and until they go to race day pressure, and she delivered. As a pedigree suggests, she's a good pedigree filly, well related, and it was great for all those owners there to finally get to see Excel in the Sun deliver.
It certainly was. I think there was 109 there to cheer her on, and I loved when she crossed the winning post, Josh saying the grandstand at Ipswich has been raised. It was just terrific to be part of it. I tell you what I've found interesting, Tobe and Trent, about her, and I've really taken a lot of interest is, you know, I sort of started here with you at a similar time when she was having her first trial, and she's into her third or second prep here now with you since I've been on deck. It seems to me with her, you've obviously liked her for a long time, and the way you looked after her, I'll throw this question to you, Tobe, is sort of, you know, the first prep, she went to the trials, you put a bit of pressure on her, she did a good job, had a good experience, then you backed right off her. You put her out, you brought her back this time in, you've given her a couple of quiet trials. When I say quiet trials, you know, she's a filly that can jump and run, as you saw in the race, but you've just got her to settle, relax, have a good experience, and you've backed off her. Now you've gone to the races, she's delivered. You know, you've put that pressure on, she's delivered. And again, now you're looking to back off her and look after her.
Yeah, she's probably quite unique in the sense that she's not an aggressive worker, and she sort of looks after herself, and she's quite easy to train. So let's go back to the first trial we ever give her, which was quite impressive. She was sort of very immature. We knew she wanted a bit of time, and we're fortunate enough the My Runners guys are, you know, they're behind us and were very very helpful and understanding that she needed time, and were prepared to give her all the time that she needed. So, and they just left it to us. You know, basically that's, you know, we've been doing this for a long time. You know, probably 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I'd have driven her straight to the races thinking she was going to be a superstar. But I knew in the back of my mind that she wasn't quite ready to do it. And, you know, I suppose in that theory needs to be added that, you know, if you think she's got ability and she's going to progress, well, you know, she deserves the time, and she's well related and not a cheap yearling. So we think she's stakes grade, and the more time we gave her and looked after her, the better. Then there's also, you know, if we didn't think she was going to progress, you know, maybe we would have driven her to the races quickly and got what we could out of her whilst we could, and then you know, turned her over and another one comes in. So there's that type of, there's all that in the background, and fortunate enough we've had the experience to be able to do that. And with the backing of my runners and all those guys, they've been very, very patient, and they're going to be really well rewarded with this filly, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's the sort of it's the psychological side of giving a horse confidence. I've just found it really interesting, you know. So congratulations. It's been a perfect ride with her so far. A big thanks to the Ipswich Turf Club as well for hosting all 109 owners in the upstairs in the members area for a beer or a wine afterwards too. Very, very kind and just great for the sport. Yeah. Just a quick touch on Great Keppel as well, Trent. He won. Some ride Jim Byrne. Wow.
Yeah, it was great. Saved all the ground. Actually thought halfway up the straight he was going to win fairly convincingly. Outside horse kicked back and a bit of a head bobber. But I just think with that heavy weight and the small, tricky field, if he was to get out and get around them, probably dies on his run, ends up running second. But ride was certainly the difference between winning and losing. It was fantastic, and you know, we'll go back to Saturday grade with him now and hopefully get down in the weights, and he can race with good effect again.
Yeah, for a horse that you know, didn't have the best winning strike rate last preparation, is always thereabouts. He's won 2 from 4 this prep, and he's just in fine fettle and racing really well. Congratulations to all the owners there. All right, guys, let's get stuck in. Doomben Saturday. Gosh, your Metro strike rate's unbelievable, and look to having a couple of nice chances here at Doomben Saturday as well. 9 race card, 5 acceptors. Kicking off in race 3, Toby Hard Labour, going for 4 straight from just 5 starts if you include last prep.
Yeah, lovely progressive filly, drawn beautifully to get a lovely run. Whatever beats her will win the race, I'm sure. She's going to be awfully hard to beat. Her work's been great, and looks very well placed in that race.
Love it. Robbie Frad sticks on. She's a $2 favourite there in race 3. 2 Mai from the Wally Yard, the only other horse under $10. So looks very well placed again, ready to win. Race 4, 3-year-old handicap, over 1,200 metres. It's pretty much a rematch from the last start. Cherry and Jetty from the stable taking each other on. Trent, Kavak's in the race, who won the race last time out. How do you, what do you see different from obviously last start to this start?
A great deal. Probably Jetty has come on a bit as we thought he would. Cherry's obviously rock hard fit. Both drawn a little bit tricky in 7 and 8, but it's a carbon copy of the last start they both had, basically the same field, bar a few. And I think something you could probably take out of that last race was Cherry. He drew soft and we rode him a little bit further forward than we did at Ipswich the previous start. And, you know, I think if we just revert to riding him a little bit steadier, he'll let rip and, you know, race really well. The other fella, his work's been good. Jetty looks great, and just needs a clear crack at them. Things didn't go right for him the other day. To be fair, Bruce, Kavak's got to give him all 5 kilos now, so he'll have to be pretty good to beat them from that wide barrier. And they're an even bunch of 3-year-olds, so you know, it'd be lovely if either one of them could get the job done.
Yeah, no, terrific. Cherry racing in great form at Metro Saturday level. He's a $4.20 second pick in that race and get a 1.5 kilos off Kavak from their last start. Jetty for the 2K team, mate. Fair to say, have a look at him in the mounting yard. I believe last time he split it up and the trip away really sort of got to him. Be nice to see him just nice and relaxed in the mounting yard, and you'll be pretty confident with his chances. Yeah,
first up nerves the other day, and it was basically his first time away from home. He's done all of his racing and trialling at the Gold Coast, so it was a bit of an experience, and I'm sure he will benefit greatly from it.
No, terrific. Good luck to the 2K owners with Jetty and the owners of Cherry as well. Race 6, Class 3, 1,050 metres. Ruka and the Darren Halpin colours. The Vernon, the Greys, Chris Casey, all in the ownership here. Well backed, fresh up last time, Tobe. Sort of let punters down, but in fairness, he did have excuses. Took fright from some carry on inside him. Can you see him bouncing back here?
Yeah, I think he's got an ordinary alley, tomorrow. Probably have to look hard at this race today, whether we run him or we wait for the following week. Back to 1,000. He's drawn awkward. He's going to have to go right back to get some sort of run, and the map looks washy to me. So if we run him, we'll run well, but really have to work hard on this map today and tomorrow morning before we decide whether we run or we don't, or we wait. But he's going well enough to run well. He's, the horse got a stack of ability, so he just needs to put it all together. And, similar to Grand Zoo, he's just started to put it together now. So hopefully this guy can do the same thing, in the next couple of runs, and then he'll get through his grades pretty quick.
Yeah, very good. Just touch on that again. It's the psychology as much as the fitness. It's the psychology with these horses, and you've seen it with Grand Zoo, Excel in the Sun, and Ruka just waiting for that penny to drop. Race 9, listed Keith Nowd handicap over 1,200 metres, a stakes race. Hard Empire, Trent, outstanding on stable debut. Has a very good fresh up record, though has won 4 from 7 fresh up. The second up record's not as good. Drawn a little bit awkward again. What do you make of his chances? He is a $5.50 favourite in an open race.
We obviously haven't had to do a great deal with him, being sort of 10 days between runs into a second up effort. Drawn a little bit awkwardly, but there's good speed from out deep, so you would expect the field to bust up a bit. Brad's pretty good at finding the right lane. Then hopefully midfield with a bit of cover, they really hook into it and he's able to get home over the top again. As you touched on, Bruce, that second up record is pretty ordinary, but unless he gets to the races and he disappoints us, he hasn't shown any sign that he's gone backwards at all. He worked Tuesday morning while we didn't ask him for a great deal, was really good and strong, and he's had a really good week. So hopefully we've done the right thing by him and he can break that second up hoodoo. Yeah,
Jim Byrne off, I note. Brad Stewart on.
Yeah, purely for the fact that Jim had taken a ride for Tony a little bit earlier, and he wasn't available. So
Tony wouldn't let him off.
Yeah, I know.
There's our beef for the week, Toby's beef. Thanks.
That's all right. I wouldn't let him off either. That's okay.
Yeah. So that's basically that was it. And sort of.
Jim Byrne wanted to ride our horse, but Tony wouldn't let him off. So that's basically it. So there's no grey area. He wanted to ride him, but just unfortunately, he took this ride a little bit before we decided to run.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to get at.
Competitive sport, and I love it. I love that you said you would do the same if you're in Tony's shoes. Very good, guys. All right, best bet of the weekend. Last week you gave us Thine as a Power. You're both hot on her. She duly delivered, and Just Jessie just missed at the Gold Coast. You push us the right direction there. What about this weekend, Toby?
I'll stick with the shorties, Hard Labour.
Very good. Hard Labour, race 3, our first runner for the weekend. And you, Trent?
Yeah, I'm going to be really brave and go that one as well. Hard Labour.
Very good. Get the day off started well. All right, guys. Well, that's the show. That's is it. Us. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a good weekend. Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, Brucey. Thank you, guys.
Bye.